The AIM Studio Youth Orchestra is really more or less a pet project of mine that I brought to AIM. I wanted to have young high school age students that were, certainly the pick of the litter to experience the studio, if you like, on the studio environment, but also as a showcase for AIM to go out and be one of our flag wavers, and certainly for me to be able to present them at various festivals around the country. So today is really a culmination of a lot of work and preparation for a studio experience. So with the engineers and Jason here, we've set up an environment for these students to record that really is like a professional session for them. They've prepared musically for it. They understand and learning the process, if you like, of getting in here, getting a good sound together, getting a groove together, and really working the studio environment.
John brought us all in playing challenging music, and it's great that we all can play it like that.
I've got another producer in there today, Bill Risby's in there as well, so we'll swap that role. We'll give them the idea that in the studio there's lots of things to balance. Who does what in the studio? For young players it's always a challenge, to either play in headphones or perhaps try and get that together in a very studio environment without an audience, and so it's a good experience for them.
Just this experience today makes me even want to go further and become a session muso, because I just loved this experience today recording in this studio. It's fantastic.
I imagined that the experience that say a television studio orchestra would have, or a movie orchestra would have, a lot of these young musicians are going to be hopefully working in that environment. And so to prepare them at a young age where they see the skill set they're going to need to have to do that work, rather than stumble through the first few times you try it. So once they get comfortable with it, they can be very valuable musicians in a studio. I think the advice I give is to really enjoy your practice, enjoy the struggle, enjoy everything about it is to be an artist, and know that that is all part of growing.
John makes it so fun. Already music is so much fun to us, but he just takes it that one extra level, and he's always helping us to become the best we can be, to strive for more. If he'll explain something, he'll explain it, but then he'll explain why we play this phrase like that, or why we would do that, and he's just such a fun and great guy to be around.
Dennis de Blasio, an American saxophone player I should say, played with Maynard Ferguson's band. He's a big deal, big educator, came over to Australia, and we got him for a workshop to come into here to AIM, and he had great fun with the students.
We played with Dennis de Blasio, and we got to do lots of workshops with him. It was like an incredible experience.
Unreal.
Yeah, it was really good.
Drum chair.
Oh yeah, I got to do the solo performance with Dennis de Blasio on a chair. and with the flute.
Again, the tertiary side of that, what you experience here at AIM, is really like the mortar, in terms of putting everything together. These days we recommend any young music student take on tertiary music education. You literally won't survive today without it. And a lot of people will say, oh, I don't need that. I've got my music, I've got my individuality. That's just not going to feed your family one day. Whatever it is that drives them, an artist often can't explain that. When you felt it, particularly in music, it's very, very clear and terrifying at the same time, which it should be. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I remember that first day when you think, this is it. I'm feeling how much work I've got to do, what this is going to take, but I wouldn't have it any other way. The sky's the limit here at AIM, it really is. And it's available to everyone.